Right. Good morning, everyone. Last class we have completed finally block discussion. Everyone found the discussion we made on finally block yesterday notes? Any questions on any case? All cases practice? Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask. So what is the important point? Finally block contains written statement. If finally block contains written statement, number one, we cannot place any statements after we cannot place any statement after finally block. Second, the value written from try or from the catch always written from, always replaced with finally returning value. If any exception writes, that exception is suppressed and final return value will be written. Okay. Then now the next question, next topic we need to understand. Compiler thinking algorithms. Compiler thinking with respect to try catch final. Look at here. I'm writing try. Is try a normal statement or it is a block? Try is a block. Block means it is creating a scope. Na? Try is a block. It's creating scope. Scope means if I create variable here, int a equal to 10, can I access that a variable within the same try block or not? Yes. Next, arithmetic exception E. Can I access the variable created inside try, inside catch and after try catch? Possible or not possible? Not possible. Compiler will throw error. Cannot find symbol variable A, line number 9 and line number 11. So what the case number 1? The local variable created inside try or in catch or in finally is local to that block only. We cannot access from other blocks. Compiler will throw error. This is case number 1. Now these are errors I am commenting. Okay, tell me, case number 2. If you wanted to access the variable A in try, in catch, and in finally, where I should create that block? Okay, finally, I'm not taking for the time being. Now, where I have to create this variable A, I want access in try, in catch, in final. I don't want to get any error. Then should I create inside try or before try? Before try. I have to increase the scope. Outside of the try, I have to create. Okay, what am I doing? I am creating variable outside, but initializing inside try. Then any compile time error or no compile time error? Why you are feeling no compile time error? Variable A having scope for all the try catch and after try catch. Then second point, I have created a variable here with value or without value. This is a local variable, doesn't have value, without value. Then where you initialize that variable inside try. The value initialized inside try is available to catch, is available after try catch. If it is a regular method available, the value assigned inside one method to class level variable available to another method, because the value assigned inside method will be stored at class level variable can be accessible. Similarly, the value assigned inside try is stored in this variable, then that value must be available to catch. But when here try catch is normal blocks are, exception handling blocks are, then compiler thinking that you return a equal to 10 inside try block, then what is the chance that this line is executed? There is a chance may exception come here. If exception is occurred here, then variable A is initialized or not initialized? Not initialized. Tell me, now A equal to 10. Sir, there is no exception now, sir. That means you are thinking like a JVM. You are working with actual value, then you are a JVM. But compiler software, no, actual value that here exception rising, not rising. No, compiler never work with actual flow. Compiler always work with assumptions. For example, there is a board, tiger zone. There is a board called tiger zone. Then by seeing the tiger zone, you entered inside and you are coming outside and shouting at the people saying that tiger is not attacked me. And you are lucky fellow. You are lucky person, the tiger not attack. Maybe it is not feeling hungry. That's why not hunt you. Now tell me, tiger zone means what? 100% tiger will attack or may attack? May attack. Then when you are going inside the tiger zone, you are having full protection and going na. Same way, whenever a compiler has seen this try block, compiler feel exception rising zone. Then every statement, tell me, now you are walking on the in that forest area, tiger zone. Then small plant is moved also because of air. Then you will get feared and look back, tiger coming na. After seeing that only because of air, no tiger is there, then you'll feel happy. Like, what are you doing? You are actually with the tiger you are working, assumption you are working, assumption. Similarly, whenever a compiler see here try block, then what compiler feeling? Oh, there is a chance exception may come. Then every line you have written inside a try block are considered as exception causing statement. It is also exception causing. It is also exception causing statement. So there is no exception, then don't write outside. If you say no exception coming, then why you are writing in the try block? Under the contract between compiler and JVM, you are failing or not? What is the contract between you and compiler? You want to tell to compiler, these two lines may throw exception, then write inside try block. You want to tell to compiler, exception will not throw, right outside of the try block. The statements placed inside try block are always considered as what? Exception causing statements. At runtime, they're causing or not causing doesn't matter. But for compiler, it is an exception causing statement. First explanation, understand? Second point. Then when you write A equal to 10 here, compiler feels that here exception may rise. If exception rise, what is the exception rise you are telling to compiler? Arithmetic exception. Then control will go into arithmetic exception catch block. Reading SOP and A. What is the A value? Come on, what is the A value? 10. What is the A value? A value 10. What are you doing at this line number? You are reading A. When you are reading A, you have to look for A equal A declaration and A assignment. Tell me, now you are searching for what? A declaration. Is A declaration available in the try? No. Will you check in the try block? No. Where you will see method outside of try. Outside of try, int A is available. But is it have initialization? No initialization. Done initialization in the try. But is this initialization 100% guaranteely assigned or not assigned? Asla, why you come to the catch block? Because this line throwing exception. That means A equal to 10 stored or not stored? Not stored. Because A equal to 10 not stored. Because exception rise here, control come to catch block, SOP and A. What is the A value? No value. There is no value na. Next, after try catch, any value there? No value. Then compiler throws error. What is the compile time error? Cannot find symbol variable A in test 11. Right. Oh, here. Look at the compile number, what is coming? Variable A might not have been initialized. Line number 21. Line number 20. What compiler feeling? At this line number, I may get exception. That exception is the arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception when right, this line is doesn't have value. So throwing error. What did you understand in this case number 2? If we declare variable before try, initializer in the try, the initialized value, the try initialized value we cannot read in catch, and after try catch, it leads to compile time error. Why? Because compiler assuming that at the line number A equal to 10, maybe exception is raised. Then what is the solution to this problem? Now, both are compile time errors. I am commenting. If you comment this, you will get error here. Let me show you. Look at that. Line number 23, variable might not have been initialized. Now what should I do now? I have to tell me. Here I am taking variable B, int B, B equal to 10, B variable I am accessing. Here I am writing B equal to 20. Now any error or no error? Come on guys. Error or no error? Why no error? Why no error? Int B, variable B created. Inside try block B equal to 10. What the B equal to 10? Exception may rise. Then control go to catch block. In catch block B equal to 20. Then what the B value? 20. What the B value? 20. Suppose exception not raised here. Then what the B value? 10. Catch block executed? No. After try catch B value? 10. So tell me, in both the cases, either exception not raised or exception raised, are you getting B value or not? Yes. So compiler software is placing a assumption here. How many assumptions compiler software placing? 3 assumptions. 1, 2, 3. First assumption, no exception. Then what is the A value? 10. Arithmetic exception is raised. What is the A value? No value. Then compiler throwing error. Some other unknown exception is raised. Unknown exception. Unknown exception at a caught or not caught? Not caught. When it is not caught, abnormal termination. So no need to think about it. So totally how many cases are there? 3 cases. If you don't consider these 3 cases, you will give wrong answers in the exam. Be careful. And now I want to write one more case here. Now tell me, here in this case, apply 3 assumptions. A value, no exception rise. Then what is the output? 10. Arithmetic exception is rise. What the A value? 20. Unknown exception is rise. What is the A value? What is the B value? Abnormal termination. No? Exception, unknown exception, rise here. Some array index out of bounds exception rise. Then catch block catch? No. Next statement executed? No. Terminated here. So no problem of reading B value. Now I want to give you one more case here. Please think and tell me. So what is the point here? You understand? If you want to declare variable before a try, initialize inside try, want to read in the catch after try catch, what I have to do? I must initialize B variable in try, also in catch. Okay. Let me give you one more case. I am taking finally now. System.out.println C. Now let me take C. Now you tell me, are there any compile time error in this program? I already explained what you have to do. Work like a compiler or work like a human? Work like a compiler. Apply compiler algorithm. Find out is there any compile time error. In which case you will get compile time error. How many cases you ought to apply? 3 cases. Case number 1, no exception rise. No exception rise. Then what is the C value? 10. Is control going to catch block? No. Yes, sir? No. No exception rise. When no exception rise, now SOP and C, catch block not executed. What about finally? Finally executed, na? Yes, finally executed. What is the C value? 10. And then after finally 10. Next case number 2. Exception rise here. Arithmetic exception rise here. Then what is the C value? 20. C value? 20. Is control go to finally? Yes. What the C value? 20. After try catch finally? Yes. No problem, na? No problem or problem? No problem. What the problem? Unknown exception is raised. Case number 3 is what? Unknown exception is raised. If unknown exception is raised here, arithmetic exception, no, array index out of bounds exception is raised. Then catch block matched? No. Abnormal termination should be happen. Then control will go to JDH. Control will go to JDH. From JDH it is coming to finally, what the C value? No value. Then compiler throw error. Look. Variable C might not have been initialized, line number 46. In which case you are getting this compile time error? In the case of unknown exception. For unknown exception, we got finally block compile time error. Now no compile time error. Then how to solve this problem? Okay, let me write same program one more time. This time I'm taking variable name as D, 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 D. D equal to 30. Bolo. Any error or no error? Semicolon. Okay. Now error or no error? Apply all cases, all three cases and tell me. Case 1 already found no error. Na? Case 2 also no error. Case 3, what is the D value? 30. Now my question. At line number 63, what is the output in case 1? Case 2? Case 3 also? Case 3 will not exist. Now tell me, in case 1, what is your expected output? If no exception is raised, what is the output? 10. But what is coming? 30. In a case 2, if arithmetic exception is raised, what is your output? 20. But what is coming? For solving compile time error, if you write D equal to 30 here, finally the original result is gone. Na? అదే తెలుగులో సామెత ఉంది కొండనాలికి మందేస్తే ఉండనాలికి ఊడిందని. Okay, so somebody is trying to tell something with this new topic, the existing thought process is gone. Okay, the existing intelligence is gone. That is called the samita. Now tell me, I want to solve the third case compile time error. I have written D equal to 30. Then finally what happened? Try catch values are always replacing with 30, and after try catch finally we are not getting my original expected values. So this is right design or wrong design? Wrong design. Why? Always here we get 30. What is the solution to this problem? Asal, why you are getting all these nonsense compile time errors? My intention is what? My intention is I want to declare variable before try. Want to initialize that variable in try. And I want to use that value where in the catch, either with a different value or with the same value, no problem. After try catch finally, after try catch finally, in finally, after try catch finally, I want to use the value assigned in the try or in the catch. Understand my intention? After try catch, either in finally, after finally, I want to use the value assigned either in the try or in the catch. But are you getting that value, sir? Compile time error? Compile time error. Then what is the solution? First you think about, why am I getting this error? Because there is no value at the E variable. Here I am writing E equal to 0. I myself assigning some default value. With this code, do you have any compile time error? Now tell me, when E is created, what is the value available? 0. No exception is raised. In the try block, that 0 replaced with 10. In try, E value 10. After try catch finally, E value 10. Sorry, in finally, E value 10. After try catch finally, E value 10. So tell me, any compile time error? No compile time error. Variable E already existed. This. Look at there, what is the last value coming? 10, 10, 10. Last three values. Don't worry about these one. Previous cases values those are 10, 10, 10. Next. I am raising exception, arithmetic exception, 10 by 0. If arithmetic exception is raised, control will go to where? Catch block. First E value what? 0. And then 20. 0 replace with 20. In catch 20. In finally 20. After try catch finally also 20. Last three messages 20, 20, 20. Now I am raising some other exception. All three cases I am writing here for your understanding. Equal to integer dot parseint of double quotes here. And then what happened here? Number format exception is raised. What is the first one? E value what? 0. Here number format exception is raised. Then control will go to catch block. Where it will go? JDH. From JDH, control is coming to final. In finally, what the E value? 0. Any compile time error? No. All three cases program gets satisfied and will get output 0 and exception. 0 exception. Hope you all understand now. When you are dealing with try catch finally with variable declaration initialization, case number 1. If you declare variable inside trying to access in catch or in finally after try catch finally, compiler will throw error. This is case number 1. Case number 2. If you want to access the variable in a try catch and finally after try catch finally, declare that variable before a try, initialize it in try, access in catch or after try catch, you will get compile time error because compiler put assumptions here. Exception may rise, may not rise. Not rise, no problem. If rise, value is coming, no value is coming. So compiler throwing error. And then what the solution to this problem? Solution to this problem is we must initialize that variable in catch, in try, also in the catch. If I initialize in try, in catch, no problem. But if you have finally block also, then problem will come. If you have finally block, in finally block, the value will not come because finally block is executed when uncaught exception is raised. Then what is the solution? Initialize in finally also. If you initialize in finally, in case 1, case 2, we don't get try catch values. We always get finally block value. Then finally, what is the project correct design? The correct design is initialize a variable with a default value in the declaration, initialize in the try with a try value, initialize in the catch with a catch value, so that now the compile time error is solved. In all the three cases, we will get value. And in the no exception case, we will get try value. In arithmetic exception case, we will get catch value. In unknown exception case, we will get default value. So this is the design we have to follow while working in the project. Tell me, in the project, we are dealing with local variables also, na? So this is the most important point. If you don't remember this last case, advanced Java, you are going to fail to understand. In advanced Java, like int variable, you will create connection variable, statement variable, prepared statement variable, result set variable. And those variables, we will initialize inside try. And in the finally block, we are closing that object. For closing that object, we have to call method level variables inside finally. Without initialization, if you access in the final, we will get compile time error. So this is the very important topic for advanced Java. Please remember, in advanced Java, when faculty is trying to use a try catch finally and calling close method, this case you must recollect. Okay. Okay. Now next question I am asking, observe. This is main method close. Case number 3. Case number 3. I am creating one method whose return type is int. Method M1 I have written. Tell me, is there any compile time error? In this M1 method creation, is there any compile time error? No, na? భయ్యా రాత్రి ట్రావెల్ చేసావా? హైదరాబాద్కి రాత్రి వచ్చావా? నిద్రపో, నో ప్రాబ్లం. చెప్పు. ఎనీ కంపైల్ టైమ్ ఎర్రర్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో నా? వై? If method has a return type, you must return value, na? What the compile time error will get? Missing return statement. Missing return statement. Now tell me. Missing return statement I have to write. So I am writing return semicolon. Compile or not compile? Compile or not compile? Not compile. Why? Now the compile time is missing return value. Missing return value. Okay. Next. Now I am going to return value now. 5. Any compile time error? No. Everyone understand? But current chapter is what? Method chapter, exception handling chapter. Mari, what you have to write? Try catch. Right, try. I am thinking that while returning this value, I may get exception. I want to catch exception. Catch of tell me, is program compiled? Catch it. Catch can be empty, no problem. Is it compiled or not compiled? What is the point you have to consider here? Method has a return type in, so we must return the value. Returning. How many cases you have to put here? 3. When you write any statement in the try, you have to apply 3 cases. Case number 1, no exception rise. If no exception rise, what value returning? 5. Satisfied. If arithmetic exception is raised, is this line executed? Control will go to in catch block. Are you returning any value? After a try catch, are you returning any value? No. Then you will get compile time error, missing return statement. What क्या बोल रहा है? Missing return statement. राशन कदा? I have return 5 here. Return 5 you have written, but it is not executing always. So it's a right approach or wrong approach? Wrong design. Okay. Now case 3 failed. So what's the solution to this problem? First you comment it. Because compile time error, you have to comment everything. Next, I am creating this try catch. Okay, I'm taking another method. Wait, 1 minute. I'm taking method M2. Tell me how to solve this problem. I want to use a try catch. Sorry, case 3 or case 2? Case 2 failed. Down. Now, what is the solution? I have to place return 5 in the catch also. Or return 7. Tell me, now compiler, not compiler? Not compiler. Come on. Case 1, no exception rise. 5 return. Case 2, arithmetic exception rise. 7 return. If unknown exception is raised, exception only returning, na? Something should go out of this method, either success value or failure. Success case. Success means what? No exception rise. Exception rise and caught. In a normal termination, when control reach end of the method, is value returning or not? Case number 1, no exception rise. What value return? 5. Case number 2, exception rise and caught. Normal termination. What value returning? 7. Abnormal termination. In abnormal termination, is the return type considered? No. Directly exception only going. Exception is the result. So once method completed, either control should come back to the calling method normally with value or with exception. Understand my point? Normally going with value And here, if abnormal termination, exception is going, so no problem, compile successful. Tell me, in a normal case, what value written? 5. In abnormal termination, in a arithmetic exception case, 7. In a abnormal termination, exception will return. Now, I am introducing next point here. Finally, tell me, I have written finally. Now program compiled or not compiled? Case number 1. Case number 1, 5 written. Case number 2, 7 written. Case number 3. Case number 3. Finally executed. After final execution, what happened? The exception itself is going, na? Then no problem. Compile successfully. Other in the pointer. From the method, what should I return? Either value or exception. Either value or exception I should return. Okay, tell me now. No exception raised. What is the flow? Return 5. 5 directly written as JDH. Because finally should execute na. Control go to JDH. Finally executed. Come back to JDH. In JDH we have value 5. That 5 is written. Case number 2. Arithmetic exception is raised. Then arithmetic exception catch by catch block and return 7. Before return 7, finally should be executed. So control will go to JDH, place the 7 there, coming to finally, from the finally going to JDH. In JDH you have value na? What the value? 7. 7 taking and going to method. Understand? Case number 3. Say suppose number format exception is raised. Number format exception raised, program terminated abnormally should go to main method. Before that, it has to execute what? Finally. Then arithmetic exception stored in JDH, go to finally. Finally is executed, coming back to JDH. From JDH, it is going to main method with exception. So no problem. Okay. In the variable case, we have problem because you are reading that variable. Are catching my point? In a variable case, we got problem because you are reading that variable. For reading the variable value is not there. But in this case, you are returning value either from try, or from catch or exception. Any of the 3 has to go out. We are not working with variable here. Don't compare variable case with a return case. But there is a problem here. The problem is, let me create and show you. Here the problem is M4 method. After a try catch final, finally, I am writing one statement, double quotes, hi. Is this line compiled or not compiled? If you place return statement in both try and catch, the problem is after a try catch finally inside the method we cannot place statements. Everyone understand? Repeat once again. What is the problem if we place return statement in the try block? It is not considered as returning because when unknown exception is, when a exception is raised and caught, the value is not returning. So if you place return statement, the catch also, then error is not there. But the problem is after try catch finally, we cannot place any statements. It leads to compile time error. What is the compile time error? Unreachable statement. So now the interviewer will ask a question. I want return value 5 in a normal flow. I want return 7 in exception flow. After try catch finally also I want to have the logic. How can you write the code? Is the question understand? Again repeating, what the question interview will ask the question. I want return 5 in the normal flow. I want return 7 in the arithmetic exception when arithmetic exception is raised. And also I want to have statements after try catch finally. In this case, what should we do? Very simple. Don't return before logic. Don't return before logic. Cannot find, sorry. What is the compile time error? unreachable statement. What the solution to this problem? Very simple solution. Why are you getting compile time error unreachable statement? Because before running this logic, you are written the control. Don't return. That means what? You remove return keyword here, you remove return keyword here, and place return keyword here. At end of the method, you place return statement. If you place end of the method return statement, this line is reachable or not? But how this return keyword can return the 5 from the try? How the return keyword can return 7 from the catch? Understand my statement? What is your requirement? If no exception rise, return 5. If arithmetic exception rise, return 7. If array index out of bounds exception is rise, return 8. But after try catch, finally, I should also have some statements. Then what is the solution to this problem? Simple solution. Don't return value in the try catch. Return the value at end of the method. But how to get the value of try catch to the end of the method? Simple. Use variables concept. Use variable concept. Before method, write int result with some default value 0. Then write here result equal to 5. Write here result equal to 7. End of the method, write result. Problem solved or not? Right? These are the techniques you have to follow. Just learning concept and then by hearting that concept and then producing in the interview, you cannot survive in the company. So in the company, you should remember all these techniques. These techniques you can get how? By daily practicing, by asking question, what is the error? What is the other way right? What is the other way right? You have to do several experiments on the concept. Then only you can be strong in the experiment in the company. The best code you have to write in the company. The good design code you have to write in the company. For that, daily practice, many examples and reading the books is very, very important. Several books you have to read, several articles you have to read on Java. Predefined code you have to refer always. Now, int result equal to 0. If I don't write result to 0, then any compile time error? Line number 141. Method M4 already referred. Look at there. There is no compile time error. Tell me why no compile time error for result not assigned? Because in try and in catch, you assigned in normal flow. Exception not rise. Result value is what? 5. Catch is not executed. Finally executed. High is printed. Return. What the value? 5. Arithmetic exception is rise. A variable created. Value. Exception rise here. Control will go to catch. What the value? 7. Finally, high executed and return what? 7. Here unknown exception is raised. If unknown exception is raised, exception go to JDH, finally executed. From the JDH, taking the exception and going out. Is this high executed or not executed? Not executed. Normal flow, arithmetic exception flow, unknown exception flow. All 3 cases you have to practice. Okay, refer material. Are all these cases there or not? Next page. Compiler thinking with respect to try catch finally. Same program I have typed here. Manish Gupta, did you join late class? Then I think your mic is not working or your ears are not working. I said refer material. All these cases there in the material or not, I ask you to check. When you are checking, why will I talk? Check your mic properly. All points are there material. Okay, with this we completed try catch finally related all points. Okay. You have to practice every case I explained in the material with the system, and your mind should connect to that points and remember. How much you practice, how you remember, that is your wish. I remember, I am continuing my job. If you also remember, you can get job and continue in your job. Otherwise, you will fail. Okay, look at here. I want to ask a question. When an exception raised in one method, is that exception caught by JVM in that method and terminate program abnormally? Try to understand my question again. I'm asking. This is main method start. Main method end. I'm creating static void M1 method. that M1 method I'm calling here. Okay. Now, in M1 method, I'm writing same message, M1 start, M1 end. In M1 method, I'm calling another method called what? M2. Okay, M2 start, M2 end. And I'm calling another method called M3. Now here, I am calling M3 method is there. M3 start, M3 start, removing this one, and M3 end. Here, I am writing one message 10/0. I raised one exception here in M3 method. Tell me what happened. What happened? Tell me. What is the flow of this program? I run Java test 21. Always, what is the output means from where you have to start thinking? From the Java, not from the main method. Main method is wrong third. That is a hello world program only. Wait, from where you have to start? From command prompt. Java test 12. And then what happened? Java test 12 class is loaded. Next, static variable memory allocation. Next, static variable assignment and static block. Then main method. Flow much more. You should not forget the flow. Main method. Next one is what? Main start, M1 call. Then control will go to M1. M1 start. Then you call M2. Then M2 start. Then M3. M3 start. Next line. System.out.println 10/0. What happened here? Exception is raised. ఇప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుందో చెప్పండి. What happened now? Exception is raised. Correct. Next order. Is a program execution terminated line number 3 abnormally and control go to JVM? Yes, sir? No, no. Yes, sir. I ask you, go to my staff room, bring the book. You went to the staff room. Book is not found there. Exception raised. Then from there only you go. That's it. What will you do? You will come back to me and say book is not found. Na? M3 method asked. M2 method is asking M3 method to execute something. In the middle, if exception is raised, if M3 method is terminated abnormally here, then what is M2 position? It is waiting for it, na? Your friend asked you to stay in the bus stop. I'll come. Okay? Then you are waiting for your friend in the bus stop. Your friend not coming. Then what is your position? Lifelong bus stand, na? Understand the point? When someone asked you something to do, you have to return to that person and should say either completed successfully or failed. Both you have to tell, either that or this. Then he will take the decision what to do next. If completed normally, I have to go like this. If failed, I have to go like this. So he will take the decision. Then what is the important point? Many people are feeling that when exception rises inside one method, there only JVM shut down. No, no, no. JVM will return this exception to calling method. Are you catching my point? Like a return value, exception is also returned to calling method. That exception returned to calling method is not called return exception. It is called exception propagation. What is called? Exception propagation. So what is exception propagation? Sending the exception from called method to calling method. Sending the exception from called method to calling method is called what? Exception propagation. What happened when exception is propagated? Tell me, because exception is raised, M3 method execution terminated abnormal. When exception is propagated, tell me, this line number M3 is indirectly nothing but system dot outer println 10 by 0 na? At this line number also what happened? Exception is raised. What happened when exception is raised? Program execution is terminated abnormally. So when exception is propagated, not only called method, this calling method is also terminated abnormally. That means M2 method at line number 17 terminated. M2 method only terminated? No. This exception is again propagated to the calling method M2. M1. Then M1 method execution also terminated at line number 10, at line number 11 abnormally, and the same exception is propagated to main method. Okay, now the main method at line number 5 also terminated abnormally, and then return that exception to whom now? JVM. Then JVM print the entire exception stack trace. JVM print the entire exception stack trace. Stack trace is nothing but where exception, in which method exception is raised, from that method to where the control is propagated. The entire method calling chain information is nothing but what? Stack trace. The entire stack trace will be printed. So tell me, here what I got as an output? Arithmetic exception. Same arithmetic exception is written. Same arithmetic exception is written. The same arithmetic exception is sent to JVM. Finally, program execution is terminated abnormally fully. Start from M3 to M1 method. Observe output so that you will understand. Compiled successfully, executed successfully with exception message. And look at there, M1 start, main start, M1 start, M2 start, M3 start. In M3, exception is raised, and that exception from M3 propagated to M2, propagated to M1, propagated to main, and finally main is also terminated abnormal. Everyone understand the flow? This entire method calling chaining, exception raised in which method? M3. That M3 called in which method? M2. That M2 called in which method? M1. That M1 called in which method? Main. This entire flow is called what? Stack trace. Okay. Now tell me, all people got clarity on exception propagation? What is an exception propagation? Propagating means allowing the exception to go, or sending the exception from called method to calling method is called what? Exception propagation. What happened when exception is propagated? Program execution, the current method execution is terminated and exception go to called method. Called method execution is also terminated. Calling method execution is also terminated. Called method means M1, calling method means M2. Tell me, how can we stop exception propagation? How long exception is propagated and how can we stop exception propagation? Exception is propagated until we don't catch. Once you catch exception, can ball will go in the cricket ground? Now the ball got, batsman play the ball. Ball is rolling. Means what? Propagating towards boundary line. Then in the middle, the fielder is diving and stop the ball. Propagated or not propagated? Not propagated. So how can we stop exception propagation? Catch it. Where in M3 method, if you catch, it's not propagated to M2. In M2 method you catch, it is not propagated to M1. In M1 method you catch, it is not propagated to main. Now let me catch here in M1 method, try open bracket, closed bracket, catch of what exception rise? Arithmetic. Arithmetic exception E. Here we are going to write system dot outer println double quotes AE caught in M1. Save it. And tell me what the output of this program now. Start with Start with what? Class, Java load. Now class is loaded. Searching for not available. Searching for static blocks not available. Searching for main method available. Then propagated to, sorry, M1 start message print, main start printed, M1 call, going to M1. M1 start, then M2, control come to M2 method. Exception raised here. Now this exception is returned to M2 method. Did you handle the exception? Did you catch that exception here? Then it's propagated to M1 method. In M1 method, did you catch exception? Yes. Then it will go to catch block. Then here exception is suppressed. Execution is normal flow. Here onwards execution is normal flow. Control come here with exception or without exception? Without exception. Then go to next statement. Execution is what? Normal flow. So finally, what is the output you will get? Main start, M1 start, M2 start, M3 start. Control come back to M3, terminated, come to M1, M2, M2 to M1. Then arithmetic exception is, arithmetic exception caught in M1, M1 and control come to main, without exception, main end. Okay, main start, M1 start, M2 start, M3 start. Look at that. Arithmetic exception is caught in M1, M1 and main end. So this is the flow you have to practice. This is called exception propagation. When an exception is raised inside the method, if you don't catch exception in that method, exception is propagated to calling method. In calling method, if you don't catch that exception, exception propagated to its called method or JVM. If JVM is calling, exception propagated to JVM. Tell me now, when exception is raised in the main method itself, that exception propagated to whom? JVM. Because who is calling main method? JVM. Understand exception propagation points? Check in the next page, you must find exception propagation. Points are there now? Okay, now let me move to the next topic. Up to now, we have seen the exceptions are thrown by JVM. Can we also throw exceptions? Yes. Can we also throw exceptions? Yes. How can we throw exception? Observe. Very simple. What is an exception? Exception is an object. How to create an object? Come on, how can you create object of a class? Object and a class, na? First you have to create class and then you have to create instance of the class. Exception class, I have to create a already available. Already available Sun Microsystem created and make them available in java.lang package. Then what we have to do? What we have to do? We need just access that class and create object. Which class, which exception class object you want to create? Arithmetic exception. Invalid amount, illegal argument exception, illegal state exception, array index out of bounds exception, class cast exception, like that. Hundreds of exception classes are there. Based on your runtime error, you can choose the class and create object for that class. For the time being, I am choosing what? Arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. And tell me how to create object of this class. Arithmetic exception E1 equal to new arithmetic exception. And tell me, object ready? Object means what is this? Exception. Exception ready. Just by creating exception object, is exception raised? No. Exception is created in the heap area, means in the JVM. In JVM, exception is created. Then what should I do now? I should, come on guys, what I have to do with the exception? I should catch exception. When I can catch exception, if it is thrown, up to now who is throwing? JVM. Now who has to throw? V. And tell me, next line what should I do? I should throw exception. How can I return any value? How can I print a value? How can I print a value? I'm asking. System.out.println. How can we return the same value? Return keyword, return value, semicolon. Now you want return or you want to throw now? How can I throw? Throw. How to return? Return. How to print? Print. How to return? Return. How to throw? Throw. Throw. What do you want to throw? Where is exception available? E1 semicolon. I wait. This is called throwing exception. Understand? Now, I want to throw an exception manually by myself. How can we throw? By using throw keyword. Throw E1. Observe. Control 1. Compile. If I don't write this throw E1, here exception is throwing, exception is created. Exception is created inside JVM. Nothing is coming. Now, what am I doing? Throwing. How to throw? Throw E1. Control 1. Compile. Control 2. Executed. Look at that. Hey, mama. Exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception at line number. Remember? When JVM thrown and we are throwing, same message coming. Acha. I think JVM internally throwing exception by using throw keyword. Yes. Can I also throw? Yes, because you are also using Java language only. No? JVM also using Java language, you also using Java language. But when JVM throwing exception, I have seen here divided by 0, 1 message. But that message is not coming now. Because in your object, you don't have message. This is an object or not? In this object, do you have message or no message? No message. Exception created without error message. Tell me, I want exception with error message. What should I write? E1 equal to new. If you wanted to store any information inside the object, I must pass as an argument to constructor. Na? This is the constructor call, right? Here, double quotes divided by 0. Control 1. Exception object creation with error message. Next line, what are you doing? Next line, what are you doing? Throwing an exception manually by programmer. Control 1. Now observe क्या हो रहा है. देखो, same JVM message coming or not? Exception in thread main java dot lang dot arithmetic exception divided by 0. Look at there. I am commenting all these lines. And here I am writing system dot out dot println double quote, sorry, 10 by 0. What the meaning of this statement? What happened when JVM found logical mistake? When JVM found logical mistake, JVM finds the matching exception class. What is the matching exception class? Arithmetic exception. Second, it creates that exception class object. Third, it throws that exception. Tell me, what is the matching class? Arithmetic exception. What is the object creation statement? Arithmetic exception E1 equal to new arithmetic exception of with what the error message divided by 0. And then next what it is doing? Throwing that exception. Throw E1. Okay. Who did all this job previously? JVM is doing. Now you become independent. Earlier, whose money you are eating? Father money. After Java completed, you become independent. You got your own job. Then you eat your own money. Create exception object by your own and throw that exception. Everyone understand? So final conclusion is what? Is it possible to throw exception by developer? Yes. How can we throw exception? By using throw keyword. And tell me something about throw keyword. Throw is a keyword. It is used for throwing an exception manually by programmer. When you throw just for fun. Will I scold you for fun? No. If he is sleeping today, am I scolding him? No. He is sleeping today, am I scolding him? No. Why? Because yesterday night traveling come to Hyderabad. Voting purpose, they went to the hometown. Yesterday traveled to Hyderabad. So today sleeping, no problem, accepted. Tomorrow you sleep? Madre. Yes or no? సెట్ చేసుకోవాలి ఎందుకు పైది పోయిందా ట్వెల్వ్ ఆన్ చేసుకోవాలా ఏసీ ఎందుకు ఇప్పుడు వస్తున్నాను చెప్తున్నా వస్తాను now tell me arithmetic exception E1 equal to new arithmetic exception. What happened here? Here exception object is created and throwing exception. When should I throw exception? Just for fun? No. Come on, when should we throw exception? When JVM throw exception? When exception rises in the program? When wrong values are passed or wrong logic is developed? When developer must throw exception? When wrong values are passed? Now let us try to see one practical example. Test 15. Now I am creating one method, static void M1. I am asking the user to pass value int number. Okay, I am taking one number as an argument. Which number I want to take? Now user programmer, other programmer. Let me take this one as class example and this as class test. Now this is another class developer. He wants to call example class method by passing one number. Now tell me, when developer look at this method, he found parameter is what? Int. This int value, can I pass or not? Yes. Which int value I can pass? Positive number, I can pass negative number. Any range number I can pass. Is there any compile time error? No. Compiler accepts all types of values, no problem. Compile successfully and executed successfully. From compiler point of view, there is no problem. Okay, compiled successfully and executed successfully because the past values are correct for JVM. If I write here, if I write here, 10L, allowed or not allowed? Why not allowed? From compiler syntax point of view, it is a wrong value. 10 it is a long. Next 10.5, wrong value. True. Right? True is wrong value because as per syntax, these are not the int type value. So how many compile time errors we got? 3 compile time errors. Control 1, compiled, incompatible, incompatible, incompatible. So what is the solution to this problem? Here you can't do anything. Now I got a requirement. Sometime as per the project requirement, some values I don't want. Here only positive numbers are allowed. Only positive numbers are allowed. Tell me, will compiler stop only passing positive numbers? No. Compile and execute. Both are accepted. It is your responsibility as a method developer. It is your responsibility to verify what type of values are coming into your method. Here you should write if condition with number. Number less than equal to 0. What should I do? Accept that number? Should not accept. Should not accept. And I should tell to the user your passed value wrong. Na? How can I tell to the user your passed value wrong? By throwing exception. Tell me how to throw exception. Throw exception. Which exception? E1. What is that E1? Arithmetic exception or illegal argument exception. We have another class called what? Illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception E equal to new illegal argument exception of I want to give the error message here. Don't pass negative numbers. Don't pass negative numbers and throw E. Look at it. With this story, what happened? Tell me the flow of execution. The past value is what? 10. 10 coming to number. 10 less than or equals to 0? No. Skipping this if block, go here and 10 is displayed. Control come back to main method. Again you call what? Minus 10. Minus 10 coming to this number? Yes. Then minus 10 less than or equals to 0? Yes. Then exception object is created with error message and the exception is thrown. Tell me what happened when exception is thrown inside the method? Is that exception caught by JVM or propagated to calling method? Propagated to calling method. Who is the calling method? Main. Line number 18, exception is rise. Then the next lines of the code, executed or terminated? Terminated and exception given to JVM. Control 1, control. Everyone understand? The past correct value 10 printed. The past next value is what? Negative number. Exception is thrown. Illegal argument exception with our error message at example.m1, line number 5, main method, line number 80. So hope all people understand how to throw exception. Paka? Damn sure. Really? Nice. Everyone? Understood? What I did? Hello. What I did? What I did? My kya kiya? Then why you didn't catch? I have thrown pen to you. Why you didn't catch? You are? Oh, I didn't inform you. My mistake, no? I am throwing pen. I didn't inform to you. You are looking at the screen, seriously listening the class. Are you doing any mistake? Then why you are saying sorry to me? Chip. Is it your mistake or my mistake? Tell me, I am asking valid question. Whose mistake is this? My mistake, right? You are seriously listening to the class. Silently, I taken pen here and thrown. How can you catch? Whose mistake is this? My mistake. Ready? Now I am throwing the pen. Ready? Ready. Catch. Wow, super. Now whose mistake? No mistake. Why no mistake? I am throwing and I inform to him, so he able to catch. All people understand? Concentrate. Main method is this fellow. Main method is the student who is calling my method. I am silently inside the method. I am throwing exception. Does he know that this method throwing exception? My question understand? Other developer will call our method by looking at the logic or by looking at the signature. Only prototype and signature he will see. In the prototype, you told it is a non-private method. Okay, I can call. Who? Test class developer, I. M1 method developer, you. I am looking at your method. Found your method is what? Non-private. Yes, I can call. Static, I should call by using class name. Return type void, no need to assign to any variable, not returning value. M1, method name M1. Asking to pass what? Integer number. I am passing 10. When I pass 10, did you inform here anywhere in this method prototype that you are throwing exception to me? No. Then what I will assume? Okay, this method accepting any range of integer, either positive or negative. Then I am passing one positive number and passing one negative number. When I pass positive number, you are silent. When I pass negative number, you are slapping me. Sometimes when you are going next to one person, when you just passed him, backside slap you. Then what is your position? Get shocked and looking at that person. Why you beating me, right? Yes or no? If you are also a strong person, return giving back slapping or not, fighting will be started. If the person who stand on the road with a board, if you come nearer to me, I will slap you. Are catching my point? If he is having board in his hand, if you come nearer to me, I'll slap you. Board is there clearly. Then will you go nearer to that person? No, you will take care of catching yourself and going far distance. Same problem here, try to understand. When you are throwing an exception inside the method, is it not your responsibility to inform to this method developer, hey, I am throwing the exception? Must inform or must not inform? Must inform. How can I inform? Throwing exception by using which keyword? Throw. I want to report this exception to the developer. I want to report this exception to the developer. How can I report this exception to the developer? By using another keyword called what? Throws keyword. So tell me, throws keyword is throwing exception or handling exception? Come on, guys. Everyone should answer. What throws keyword is doing? Is it throwing exception or handling exception? Throwing exception. Mindless idiots. Then what throw keyword will do? If throws keyword is the throwing exception, what throw keyword will do, Ravi? That's why you are such a idiots, mindless idiots. Throw keyword is the throwing exception, already told. Last 15 minutes I am explaining. I have to inform this exception to the developer. For that, I have to use the throws keyword. Throws keyword is what he is doing? Informing, handling. What type of handling? Catching or informing? Tell me, what is exception handling? Exception handling is the process of catching or reporting the exception coming in the program. Try catch is meant for catching. Throws is used for reporting or informing. To whom? This method caller. Tell me now, when I close this logic, you are a method developer. Tell me, by seeing this entire method declaration, can you decide this method is throwing an exception called illegal argument exception? Now tell me, when exception is thrown in this method, that exception propagated to main method. When exception propagated to main method, what happened? Main method execution still continued or terminated? Terminated abnormally. I don't want to terminate abnormally. Then what should I do? Catch it. How can I catch? By seeing the throws keyword. By seeing throws keyword, you realize that, oh, this M1 method is throwing an exception called what? Illegal argument exception. Then that illegal argument exception I am catching in the main method to stop my program abnormal termination. Understand that? So tell me, what is the difference between throw and throws? Throw is used for throwing an exception from a method when wrong values are passed. Throws keyword is used for informing or reporting the exception to the method caller that is throwing from our method. Does throws keyword throw exception? Tell me. Here in this method, I am commenting this line. Is exception come to main method or not? How much time will see my face? Answer first. I have commented throw E. Now, because of the exception object created or because of throws keyword, is that illegal argument exception coming to the main method? No. And tell me the flow of execution. I pass what? 10. 10 come to number variable, parameter. Number 10 less than 0. No. Then go to after if. What the number value printed? 10. Control come to main method. In the next line, what is written? M1 of minus 10. Then control comes to M1 method, parameter number variable contain minus 10. If minus 10 less than or equals to 0, no, no, yes, sir. True. Then exception object is created. Then next line. Next line. Throw is there. Are your eyes not working? Right? I commented, Rabbi. Is the throw keyword executed or not executed? Then control go after if. Then after if available statement number minus 10 is printed. Is the throws keyword meant for throwing exception? No. Will throws keyword do any work at runtime? No. At development time, compilation time, it is meant for giving information to compiler and developer. This method is throwing exception called illegal argument exception in the method body. In the method body, if exception is not thrown, will throws keyword will throw any compile time error? No. Will throws keyword take the responsibility of throwing that exception? No. At runtime, throws keyword has any importance? No. It do nothing. Everyone understand? So it's very, very important point. Exception, throwing and reporting. Throw keyword is used for throwing an exception. Throws keyword is used for reporting an exception. Then if I don't report exception, if I don't use a throws keyword, is exception passed to the method or not? If I don't use throws keyword, is exception throwing from this method will go to method or not? Come on, faster. If I don't use throws keyword here, the exception throwing in this M1 method will go to main method or not? No, no. Array, people who are saying no, please go to 5th floor and jump above. Such a worst brains you are having. Who is throwing exception? Throw keyword. When we use a throw keyword, exception is propagated. Then what is the use of throws, sir? To inform to the method developer that I am throwing exception. By informing what the benefit he is getting the benefit what? He will write try catch. He will write try catch and protect his logic. Tell me now, if I don't throw exception silently, if I don't have board in my hand, then the person will come nearer to me and backside I am slapping now. If I have board in front of me, the people are coming nearer or going away now. The going away is nothing but try catch. Now what I'm writing here? Try, next catch, try catch, deleting this, try catch of which exception throwing from M1 method? Do you have information or no information? How to provide information? throws, illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception. Because of this line, I am writing here catch of illegal argument exception. I don't want to display complete information of the exception. I want to print only error of the exception. What I should write? E dot get message. Control 1 compiled. Control 2 executed. Look at there. What is coming? Don't pass negative number. If I don't write this throws illegal argument exception, will developer have an information to write try catch? No. Because of this throws keyword, is getting information and writing try catch. So finally tell me, what is the use of throw? What the use of throws? What the use of try catch? Tell me finally, what the use of throw? Throw is used for throwing an exception when wrong values are passed. Next, throws is used for reporting the exception to the method caller. At compilation time and development and compilation time, throws keyword giving information that is throwing from this method. At runtime, throws keyword doesn't throw any exception. At runtime, exception is thrown only by using throw keyword. Inside the method, if I don't use throw keyword, we use only throws keyword. Is there any exception coming from the program? No. I have used throw keyword, but I didn't use the throws keyword. Is there any exception coming in the program? No. Yes, sir. Then when throw keyword throwing exception, what is the need of throws keyword? If I don't write throws keyword, this method caller don't know that exception is throwing at a development time. Hence, it will not write try catch. At runtime, exception rises from the method and is logic terminated abnormally. Previously entered values are lost. So to solve this problem, whenever you are throwing exception from your method, you must report that exception so that your method caller will safeguard the method call by writing try catch. Everyone understand? So try catch is having association with whom? Throws. Throws is having association with whom? Throw. So who is the root person raising the exception? Throw. That raised exception informing by whom? Throws. Then who is catching? Try catch. After catching exception, compulsory I want to execute some statement where I have to write that logic. Finally, this is the end of exception handling full knowledge. Everyone understand? Right. Throw, throws, try, catch. All four concepts together I have shown you in one program. Clear? Right. Same program, same points are there in your material. Please go through once. Tomorrow we are going to learn types of exceptions. There are two types of exceptions are there: checked exception and unchecked exception. When you are dealing with the checked and unchecked exception, throws keyword knowledge is very much essential. Hope everyone practice today class and come tomorrow. Types of exceptions. After that, we have to learn something called custom exceptions. We have to learn custom exception. Sun Microsystem given so many exceptions. All exceptions are not satisfying our project requirement. For our project, we have to create our own exception. How to create our own exception we have to learn. Then we will develop one project with all the knowledge you gain in exception handling and in the projects with packages. So till tomorrow, end of the class, whatever you learn from the first day Hello World program to till tomorrow, end of the class, whatever you learn, all points we will include in one project and we will develop it so that you will get full-fledged idea what you have learned up to now. Clear my point? Thank you. That's all for today class. Practice and come. This throws keyword notes also available in the material. Go through once.